Okay, so we got an invite to go take a look at some real estate, specifically a single family home that is up for sale. So just a little bit about this house. The man who owned it was a widower. His wife, now it was basically a African-American man. He had a German wife. His German wife has since died, left him a widower. The guy is like 85 or 86 or everything. And I actually kind of knew the guy. And this is it right here. And this house is now for sale because he died. And, he doesn't need it anymore because he's dead. So I came to this guy's house a couple of times because he was doing a garage sale. And now I am going to go in there. I'm going to take a look and see what they're asking and see what the taxes are and whatnot. And I've actually seen the inside of the house before. So I actually seen it has a big basement. It has a big garage. And it has very large upstairs rooms. And it also has very large first floor rooms. So we're going to go in there. I don't know if they're still waiting outside, but I'm going to take a look. I want to see what they're asking for it. I want to see what the property taxes are. Because here in Long Island, as you can see, these are some relatively large houses. Now, they don't have a lot of land because I know some of you who live in other states, you see my videos like this and you laugh and you're like, oh my goodness, I could spend $300,000 and I could get a house 3 times that size here in Texas or here in Atlanta, Georgia and everything. But the reality is most of these houses here, $500,000, $600,000, $700,000, and the property taxes tend to be between about $10,000 and $13,000 per year. So, this is New York. This is what it's all about. So I plan on eventually getting a third house, and I'm looking for the best possible deal. Now, as you know, the interest rates are at their rock bottom lowest. So the problem with that is it causes the values of these houses to be inflated simply because they know that more people have access to the loans, especially now that, people's, credit in some cases has improved. And also because they know that, some people, actually are willing to spend that much money just to get out of the shithole that they live in. So that's just what it is. So let's get the hat on and let's go on out there and let's go see the house. I know this neighborhood very well. I own a house not far from here. And it's a quiet neighborhood, very quiet. Got this BMW right here. I hate BMW drivers. But anyway, very quiet house. There are a couple of ranch style houses. Now see, this is actually what I really like. A ranch style house, everything's on one floor. These upstairs and stuff. Not extremely crazy about them, but yeah, look at these people. I could have parked right here. But nah. What is this? Provida no se alquila. Private property not for rent. Yeah. They've cleaned it up a bit. I think they put a new roof on it. It's funny because I was just at this guy's. He had a garage sale. I bought some of his wife's better cookware. See, we don't have a whole lot of property. Not only that, it's too bad that this guy didn't put a white property fence because, see, as you can see, they got this stockade, ugly-ass shit fence. And the neighbor had a brand new vinyl siding, plus he had this white fence there, and then there's this white fence in the back. And that must belong to that house right there, which is a good thing because this way all you got to do is you put your fence there, and then you've basically fenced off your property with a white property fence just like that one, but it hasn't cost you nearly as much as it cost the last guy. So, because you're only putting up one side. Now, I will tell you like this. I don't know if this house has termites, but I've been in this house already. The interior is very old. The exterior, as you can see, this is asbestos. Now, just if this is the first time you're watching my channel, you have to understand I've done this before. I've purchased houses before. And the thing about it is I've dealt with a lot of these issues, specifically here in Long Island. When you get close to this, you can see that this is a asbestos tile, which is totally unlike that house right there that has vinyl siding. So basically, no matter what you pay for one of these houses, the first thing you're going to have to do is you're going to need to get rid of this asbestos tile, because you don't want to live in your house here, your house looks like shit. But meanwhile, the next door neighbor has vinyl siding. He's got the vinyl siding and your house looks like shit. And as you can also see across the street, those people have that same tile issue. And those people right there, that looks like aluminum siding. I'd have to go closer to be sure. But the thing about it is, what you really want to have is you want to have this new age vinyl siding. So that's one issue. So no matter what you would pay for this property, the first thing you got to do is this vinyl siding. You'll also notice that these windows need replacing. He's got these old ass, and keep in mind, I've seen this place from the inside already. He's got these old ass 1970s, haven't done no work since 1970s ass windows. That's a problem. Not only that, you probably also have to have the ground repaved, as you can see. Now, before, when I came here, there was a fence right here. I think at one point they did have a pool back here. At one point, like you see this, the reason why you have this outlet at this height is because if you have a pool, Long Island has requirements for the height. You have to keep the sockets above the ground. And there's a minimum height distance you have to have the sockets above the ground. So that right there, this area is basically if you want to have a pool in your backyard. So, I mean, now this is a big house. Now, if you've got a lot of money, oh yeah, you could do the work. Absolutely. And also, I want you to notice this. This is an oil delivery house. That's the oil system right there. And I know that because my house has oil. And thanks to the Democrats and their shitty energy policies, because they're so fucking stupid that instead of opening up diplomatic relationships with Venezuela, since they're so fucking stupid, we continue to keep our energy prices high by only buying basically from like Saudi Arabia, Canada, and a couple of other countries that don't give a fuck about America, keeping our prices high. And I'm just going to say it like that. And if you're a senator or a congressperson, you hear me saying that, fuck you, I don't give a fuck. In fact, I want to take your job. So I just want you to understand that. So anyway, got the electric kit right here. They have a nice garage though. Very nice garage. These people are still waiting. And that's what this property looks like. So you got to replace the ground. You got to put concrete. You got to replace the fence. You've got to replace the siding. So already you're talking about spending about another $200,000 to $300,000 past your mortgage. The other problem is out here in Long Island, taxes are high. Usually the taxes on a property like this are between $10,000 and $13,000, possibly even $15,000. And as you can see, I just showed you pretty much all the grounds. It's not a huge property, but it is a big interior. It's a big house. When we get in there, we get in there. They have something on the thing that says home has been winterized. Are they taking us in one by one, or are they? Ugh.
And it's there's a school right there.
Oh, and they put this here. So this is going to be the first thing you want to. They you can see this is new wood. They just put this up here. I think this because the law says that you have to have a railing banister for safety. Hi.
Sorry about the wait.
Yes.
They're on the second level. I'm only allowed to have one party in at a time. Right. Are you guys all together? You're separate? Okay. Cool. You got paperwork on them? Toby? All right.
Here's a question: how much are they asking for a selling price, and how much are the taxes?
The taxes are, the selling price is $499. The
Four.
taxes, I believe, are 14.
14.
Taxes are 16.
16. Ooh, even better.
But you know what? This has been a foreclosure, so the county taxes haven't been grieved.
Mm-hmm.
So it's potentially could be a little lower. I sold the house around the block. Same thing, 4-bedroom colonial, 2.5 bath, $675 in October. This area, I mean, do you know this area well? This area?
I knew the previous owner. In fact, I helped him as he was cleaning out. I went to his garage sale a couple of times.
He always had a garage sale, right?
Well, he had it for a while because he was trying to sell it as they were foreclosing it. And I come in, I bought a couple things from him, helped him out a little bit. But I've already seen the inside. I haven't seen it since they did whatever they've done to
They just
repair
basically
it.
ripped up all the rugs and stuff like that.
Ripped up the rugs, right?
Yeah. So it's got it's a blank slate. You can make it what you want. It depends on how much money you have to put in it. This house, renovated, probably around $700,000 in this neighborhood, right?
Well, that house that's right there behind that white, what's that thing called? Garage.
Yeah.
That one sold over like 620 after, because it used to be a really small one, and then they tore it down and they rebuilt the entire thing.
Let me just show you what I have.
Once you put it
There's the yellow is the house I sold around the block. Completely same house, completely renoed. I could have sold that house 5 times. So, there's no inventory. I have so many people that want to live in this area, but the only problem is they want the house to be perfect. They don't want to do the work.
Yeah.
It's not too big, but it has space for 3 more kids.
Yeah, he had some very big. You know what? Okay, yeah, I'll look at this floor first, and then I'll go to the next floor. And this, yeah, the dining room. Yeah, I remember this one. Oh, okay, I see. So he had a. Okay, yeah, okay, because they boarded it up. I don't.
Yeah, because there used to, I think there used to be a deck there. They took the deck down, so there's no walkout. The other thing, this is it's oil.
Yeah, oil heat. Yeah, I saw. I looked at the pipe outside. Yeah, but he. When he left, what ultimately happened was during COVID. Once COVID had started, I guess all of the offices were closed, so they had a really slow eviction with him. But I was with him for a while. I talked to him a number of times about the place. Huh? I know I couldn't because by that time he had already lost it. By the time that I had a relationship with him, he had already lost the house. Yeah. Just the living room, because it's so much different now that it's empty. Because he had this place full of it was full of stuff. It was full of stuff. But yeah, I mean, he had like a bunch of couches, and it was just him and his wife. I don't know what it was like in here during the winter, but what I do know is during the rest of the year, it was pretty much it was livable. This is the basement. Yeah, it was livable. Oil tank, furnace.
Yeah, that's a nice little room.
Yeah, well, he had a pool table back here. Yeah. Is there, are there lights on?
No.
Oh, okay.
Not much. I never even have like.
Yeah, because the last time I came in, they really cleaned the place out because it was like spider webs and everything, but he had a pool table right here.
Yeah, looks like they even kind of power wash the house.
Yeah, this is a big space. Yeah, it's a pretty big space.
Media room.
Yeah, it's a gigantic place. The only thing about it is the whole place needs to be redone. Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, I mean, again, this is the first time I'm seeing it without all the stuff, but I know it's a, I know it's a big house. I know it's a really big space and everything. I already know that. I'll just take a quick look upstairs.
Four really large bedrooms. And
Yeah.
Two full baths.
Yeah, his master bedroom was back here.
Yeah.
This, this is a big room. All of this needs to be redone.
Yeah, it's just like the Maxim property, I can tell you.
Yeah.
President Mitchell's robot.
Yeah, I'm surprised too. In fact, I took his bed. He had a big frame bed and he sold it. And I took the frame. He had king size. Because he had a German wife and she had like a sense of style. And all of her stuff was really, really stylish. But once she died, he had to sell everything off.
Yeah, I used to come by and be in his garage, hanging out.
Five? Yeah, it's not too bad. Yeah, this is. That's what you got. You got a really big old house that basically needs to have the entire exterior done. Outside ground has to be done. The entire interior has to be done. And here in New York City or Long Island or the outskirts, this is a really big, nice place. But they want $500,000, and every single year they're looking for $16,000 of property taxes. So when you factor in, you have a monthly mortgage somewhere around $3,500, and you factor in those taxes, you're talking about $4,000 a month to live like this. And then you have to do that rehab loan, which means that you're going to be spending even more. Chances are you're going to end up with a mortgage closer to $4,500 a month. And that's just what it is. That's what it means to buy property in New York right now. That's what it means. Now, will the housing bubble burst? Somehow I don't think so, because the difference between New York and everywhere else is everybody actually wants to live here. Ain't nobody trying to go to fucking Columbus, Ohio. Ain't nobody trying to move to North Dakota. That's the difference between living here and somewhere else. Everybody trying to get here to New York. Everybody. Now, I've been thankful, thank the Lord, that I've been smart enough to invest in real estate rather than invest in fucking stupid ass cryptocurrency. But the reality is, times are about to get real hard, and real estate is your best hedge against inflation.